Linda Reynolds defamation trial against Brittney Higgins has started. Day 3 is due to begin and Linda Reynolds will be in the stand. Reynolds said she held the meeting in that particular room. The incident is alleged to have occurred because it seemed a logical place as it was the only private room that I could have a meeting like that in. Higgins was embarrassed. She was mortified, Reynolds told the court, before adding she had been impressed because Higgins took full responsibility for her actions and wanted to continue working in her office. I said to her, look, if you want to go to the AFP, make the complaint, or get somebody to investigate things further and help you remember, then Fiona and I would be there for you, she said. After the meeting, Reynolds said Brown had told her some additional information that inferred the events might have been more than a security breach. Earlier, Reynolds told the court that she held suspicions of her then staffer Bruce Lehrman, who had said or indicated odd things. In one instance, Reynolds said Brown told her that Lehrman claimed to be friends with the then Osseo chief Duncan Lewis. As a recap, Reynolds is suing her former staffer Higgins over social media posts in 2023. She claims damaged her reputation by alleging the senator had not offered adequate support in the months for Higgins' alleged rape in Parliament House, Canberra in 2021. Ironically, Reynolds has testified she had some issues with staffer Bruce Lehrman. She was suspicious of him and there were a few odd things about him. She talks about Lehrman claiming he was close friends of the then Osseo chief Duncan Lewis. Reynolds testified to contacting Lewis and Lewis not knowing him. Reynolds told the court Lehrman had left a highly classified document unattended in her office that he had no business having. She said she and Brown both formed a very strong opinion that Lehrman was not fit to work in the defense portfolio, let alone in a ministerial office. And Friday, Bennett pointed to a series of text messages, pictures, and invitations to show Higgins was a vivacious young woman after her rape. But Young said these were selected text messages and ignored others that supported Higgins' claims that she was isolated, depressed, and confused. In one message, Higgins wrote she was beyond shitty with how her boss, Reynolds, was dealing with the alleged sexual assault, adding, I was literally assaulted in Reynolds' office, and I collectively maybe took for days off, was offered jack shit in terms of help. Young said Higgins was a 24-year-old at the time and had limited job security compared with the senator, who was then the defense industry minister in the Morrison government. Power discrepancy is palpable, Young said. Young also pointed to a submission to the ACT Board of Inquiry to allege Reynolds was trying to silence sexual assault victims. Reynolds' submission, shown to the court, read, individuals should be deterred from using the media and/or Parliament forums to advance their own interests in relation to an alleged criminal offense that ought properly to be the subject of the criminal justice processes. Reynolds said outside court on Monday morning that she was looking forward to having the opportunity to tell the truth after 3.5 years. Very glad the Attorney General does not have any reach into the Supreme Court in Western Australia, she said. Bennett told the court on Friday that the senator had not been able to tell her side of the story. During Higgins' personal injury settlement, Higgins settled a personal injury claim against the government in December 2022. It was later revealed in a defamation trial the settlement amounted to $2.45 million. Last Friday, Bennett said media reporting of the details of the settlement becoming public despite non-disclosure, rules being applied, inferred the allegations against Reynolds were so true, so damning, so correct. Higgins' allegation that she had been raped in Reynolds' office by a colleague, Lehrman, has led to a long-running saga of legal battles. Lehrman has always vehemently denied the allegation and pleaded not guilty at a criminal trial, which was aborted due to juror misconduct. A second trial did not proceed due to prosecutors' fears for Higgins' mental health. As part of Lehrman's failed defamation trial against Network 10 and Lisa Wilkinson, a federal court in April found that, on the balance of probabilities, he raped Higgins. Reynolds is also suing Higgins' husband, David Shiraz, for the tweets published to his ex account in January and December 2022. Shiraz said in April that he would no longer fight the case as he could not afford the legal costs. Reynolds will be in the stand for the rest of the week. Higgins' lawyer hopes to start cross-examining later this week. There are so many questions I have that I guess we won't get answers to. There is no live stream for this case in Western Australia, and we have to rely on the